Jamie, big team here at Te Teko today. How many did you end up bringing?
Oh, there's a few truckloads here, I think about 38 in total, but obviously we've had a pretty quiet autumn and into the winter, so we gave the horses a nice long spell, and they've been building up slowly during the winter, and the majority of them trialled really well today.
Exactly. Let's kick off with a couple of those in the 1,000 metre catch weights. Some Monsoon was bold out in front.
Yeah, no, he's obviously high class. He ran second in the slipper, and then things didn't go right when he ran in the size. So, we'd like to think he's a Guineas colt, and we'll just take him along quietly yet. But there's probably a nice race for him at Hawke's Bay on the first day.
Okay. The progress towards the Guineas. Will he stay north, or you get him down there early?
We'll just see. Don't really think he's a horse that would want too many runs on hard ground, so we'll just bring him along quietly and he'll tell us what he wants to do.
Griffin was in the same heat, happy enough with the trial there?
Yeah, drew the outside and went back, but Michael was really pleased with him. He sort of ran home under his own steam. Obviously one start, one win at Matter, and he's a horse that's going to work his way through the grades. If he can keep improving like his brother does, then he's certainly black type for sure.
And the brother went round in the following heat, Ginger Nuts. I think he hit the line sort of under a bit of a hold for fifth.
Yeah, no, he just had a nice quiet day out. We sort of just bring him along quietly. He's a bit bigger, a bit burlier this year, so probably look to trial him again and possibly look at Hastings on the first day. But he's coming to hand really well, and just hope that he keeps going the right way, because on his best form he's very, very good.
He'll be entered for the Cups in Melbourne in the spring?
He will be. He'll be entered for Caulfield in Melbourne, and probably look at Hastings the first couple of days, and then whether he goes to Australia from there or runs in the 11 mile, well, we're not sure yet, but we'll just let him tell us what he wants to do.
Okay, and your other Derby horse from last year, also in the same heat, Beaumarchais, what'd you make?
Yeah, no, he travelled really well. Quite a hard pulling sort of horse, so expect him to travel up on the bridle like that, whereas Ginger Nuts is a bit more relaxed. So Michael was really pleased with him. He knows him well, and he's nominated for Hastings as well, but we'll just let him tell us what he wants to do.
Okay, on to the next heat, and it's our showtime. This is a bit of a soft prize bracket. Really nice performance.
Yeah, she's high class. She's had a fair few issues through her career, so big thanks to the Fortuna team for sort of letting us take our time with her, and hopefully she can work her way through to some black type targets this time as well.
And Grazia wasn't too bad just in behind.
Yeah, she's a full sister to Shillelagh, who we know well, so she's just taken a little bit longer to come to hand, and she's more of a staying type than her sister, so we'll probably head to the South Island nice and early with her. She does appreciate the better ground, but would like to think she could get through to black type as well.
Okay, big team here. Is there anything else that's really caught your attention, excited you with the way they're progressing?
There's a couple of nice colts there working their way through. Age of Fire's a high class colt. He trialled well on ground that they didn't really appreciate. A couple of 2-year-olds there trial nicely. The Zoo Star filly and the Fastnet Rock filly both look to be they could work their way through the grades, and Burgundy La Votra filly trialled well as well. So there's plenty of nice horses around us, and hopefully they can keep improving through the spring.
For the early spring races of the horses that aren't here, can you give us sort of progress reports on maybe one or two?
Gold Fever, obviously we just left her out a little bit longer. She had a pretty busy season, but she'll trial here at the end of the month, and then like to think that she'd run in the Gold Trail. Chance for Dance, who we bought in Sydney and brought home, he had a pretty busy time through the carnival, having a run in the Sydney Cup twice, so we just left him out a little bit longer, but he'll trial towards the end of the month, and there's plenty of nice 2-year-olds here, a couple of power colts, and the Exceed and Excel colt that we paid quite a bit of money for is coming to hand really nicely as well, so certainly plenty to get out of bed for.
What about Melody Bell? Was she at in her preparation, or is she a little while away from coming back?
She's still out in the paddock at the moment. We wanted to give her a nice break because she was fairly busy, and she certainly looks like she's gone to the next level, so strengthened up really well from 2 to 3, and we're just sort of working through a bit of a program for her. She'll be back in the stable next week, and she might be a railway sort of filly and then into the crack 1,000,000 miles, so we'll let her tell us what she wants to do, but there are probably a couple of targets that we'd like to aim towards.